Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I am Mrs. Scalise, and this is Lucy. Lucy, say hi. She is going to help me read chapters 18, 19, 20, and 21 of Dogtown. All right. Chapter 18, just out of the dishwasher. So I headed down to the basement to see Buster and have dinner with my friend Mouse. Buster spent a lot of time in the basement, which was really tough on him because the pens were small for a dog with his energy. Wanna play ball, Chance? Buster asked when he saw me. There was a gap between the floor and the bottom of the pen, just enough room to roll a ball under. It wasn't much of a game, but we enjoyed it. When we took a break, Buster asked, "What's happening with Geraldine?" I passed the ball back. Been kind of quiet, and that's not good. No, oh no. Buster kicked the ball, pounced on it, drooled over it, and pinged it under the fence. What are we gonna do? I'm working on it, Buster, I said, breathing in Buster's smell, steak bones and hairballs, and another scent, like silverware just out of the dishwasher. Wait, that was coming from Metalhead's pen next door. I looked over at him. He was busy reading his manual as usual. I walked closer. I liked the smell of silverware out of the dishwasher. It reminded me of home. Ball, Chance, ball, Buster barked. Sorry, Buster, I said, passing the ball back. I can't play anymore. I've got things to do. One more. 1-1, Buster begged. I hated to disappoint him, but it was time to move on. Chapter 19, Humans Don't Speak Dog. Metalhead's eyes were on me. How does one get out of here? He asked in human English. I didn't know if he meant out of his pen, out of the basement, or out of Dogtown. Whatever the question, the answer was complicated, and I didn't feel like playing charades, so I shook my head. Metalhead asked again, this time in dog. I did a double take, nearly lost my kennel ration. Metal dogs didn't know dog. How could they? They were programmed by humans, and humans don't speak dog. How'd you learn dog? I asked. I pay attention, he said, and now I wish to know how to leave this place. Oh, that's easy. You get adopted. Metalhead walked up to the fence. No, I mean on my own. Escape? Forget it. No way out for a dog or whatever you are. You call me Metalhead, he said. Yeah, I know, I mumbled. I was starting to feel pretty lousy right then. I'd been saying things about Metalhead that I'd never have told him to his face. It hadn't occurred to me he understood dog. I learned something important that day. Never say something about a dog that you wouldn't want him to hear. I like the moniker, Metalhead said. I didn't know if he'd burned out his bulbs or somebody had adjusted his settings, but the blue flashing had stopped. I could look at him without getting a headache. Why do you want to escape? I asked. I want to go home, he said. Chapter 20, Doggy Amnesia. Now I understood. Every boo-hoo in Dogtown said, I want to go home at one time or another. They couldn't grasp how their precious pampered selves could have been tossed out. They chose not to remember the half-eaten homework, the paw prints on the pillow, the torn tablecloth, the wedding dress missing one sleeve. The fact that they'd preferred to piddle on the bathroom rug, that slipped their minds too. Doggy amnesia, we called it. I told Metalhead what I said to all boo-hoos. It's never going to happen. I think you're mistaken, he said. I shook my head. You can't get out of your cage, much less out of the basement. Forget escaping from Dogtown. Even if that were possible, you can't walk all the way back to your house. And if by some miracle you managed that, they don't want you back. That's why they left you here. I waited for him to say he'd gotten lost. It is the no-fault reason they all come up with. But Metalhead simply said, I need your assistance. The little guy listens to you. He pointed with his big metal nose toward Mouse's house, up high in the rafters. I shrugged. I wasn't about to get my best buddy involved in Metalhead's crazy plans. All the boo-hoos wanted to run away. They got over it. Metalhead would wake up and smell the dog biscuits just like every other boo-hoo before him, and that would be the end of the running away plan. Chapter 21, First Night. To understand what happened next, you need to know how Mouse and I became friends. I arrived at Dogtown last winter. A new snow had fallen, and there was a howling wind that bit through my fur. Even a husky needed a parka in the bitter cold we were having. Management took one look at me and tossed me in a cage at the back of the basement. She knew from experience that nobody wants a dog with 3 legs. The plan was to wait until enough time went by and they could put me on the list. I didn't know that then. I had no idea there was such a thing as a list, but I know now. Like every other newcomer to Dogtown, my heart was broken. I missed curling up in the furry blanket at the foot of Jessie's bed. I missed the jingle of my leash and the squeak of the school bus door when Jessie came home. I missed pepperoni pizza, pulled pork, and chasing pigeons in the park. But mostly, I missed Jessie and Professor Besser. I slept during the day and stared out the tiny basement window at night. I memorized the stars and grew familiar with the train whistles. I could tell the time of the day by the sound of the toots. Dogtown had heat, only it didn't work very well in the basement. It felt like minus 25. My kibbles were popsicles, my water bowl had iced over, and the cement floor was like an ice skating rink. So I did what dogs all over the world do when we're unhappy. I barked, but all I got for my troubles was a sore throat. All right, that ends chapter 21. I hope you enjoyed chapters 18 through 21. And on Friday, we will hear from someone else for some more chapters. Happy reading.